Welcome to episode 9 of the Ready for More podcast. And they've caused this environment where we're constantly being distracted and we're constantly being asked by our smartphones to refocus. Welcome to the Ready for More podcast, where we share success strategies and stories for women business owners, entrepreneurs who are ready for more for yourself and for your business. I'm your host, Heather Cameron, and I'm here to help you to discover your unique path to profitability, success, so you can achieve your more on your own terms. Are you ready for more? You can find today's show notes and links at www.igniteyourmarket.com/readyformore. Is your smartphone running your life? Do you look at it every 5 or 10 minutes when an alert pings, when a phone call comes in, when something gets posted to Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn? Are you always looking for your phone? Are you lost when you don't have your phone with you? This is something that happens to so many of us now. We're allowing our smartphones to dictate what we do, and we're not taking control of them. Smartphones have made things that aren't urgent, and they've made things that aren't important, really important. And they've caused this environment where we're constantly being distracted and we're constantly being asked by our smartphones to refocus. So we're concentrating on something and then bing, or we're talking to somebody and an alert comes in and we pull our phone out. And so often, just in the everyday things in life, I see people on their smartphones and not being in the moment and not giving themselves and potentially the person that they're talking to the authenticity and the connection that happens when we're not constantly connected to technology. In the simplest things, I was in the grocery store the other day and somebody was talking to the cashier and their smartphone rang and they answered their smartphone and they not only ignored the transaction that was happening, but they slowed everybody else down who was behind them because they were more focused on the conversation on the phone than on what they were doing in the moment. And that's the simplest example. And I see it often when I'm out at an event or I hear people talking about how they're working and they're interrupted constantly by their smartphone. So now, be honest with yourself, and how do you interact with your smartphone? Who's in control? I'd really like you to think about that, because you have the ability to control your smartphone and to really give it a place as a wonderful and amazing tool that it is, and not something that's constantly interrupting you and affecting the quality of your work, the quality of your focus, the efficiency to which you use time, and when you're with other people, really challenging the quality of those moments that you have with them. When you're working, when you're a business professional, your phone shouldn't be taking you away from the moment that you're in. So I want to give you 5 things that you can do to really take control of your smartphone. And I also want to offer you, on my website, there is a free giveaway called Take Control of Your Day and Unleash Your Productivity. And it talks about how to take control of that smartphone and how to place it in the proper place of your life, as well as a number of really good, just quality ways of creating and taking control of how your day functions. But today we're talking about the smartphone part of that. So number 1, turn off all your alerts from all your applications. You don't need to be hearing a bell every time a Facebook post gets made or an Instagram post or an email comes in your box. You can control these alerts. Now, I've had this conversation with people and go, I can't miss an email. Fine. If you truly believe that you cannot miss an email, then all these smartphones are smart and you can create an alert for that specific type of email, for that specific thing. But you can turn off all the other alerts so you're not constantly being nudged by this thing saying, hey, something's here, right? So turn off all your alerts, at least during your working hours. Number 2 is create a no technology time in your day. So if you really want to vamp up your productivity, you want to step into that so that you can bring more to your business, to yourself. You need time where smartphones and there's just no technology time. And that time is so that you can focus on creativity. You can focus on working on your business, and you can really create momentum so that you can get more for your business. And so if you have a habit of booking an hour or 2 in your day where it's just like a no technology, or 3 or 4 hours a week, whatever you can fit in, that's a no technology time. Your smartphone's off, your alerts are off, and you're not going to be interrupted, and you're going to focus. And you focus hard for an hour or 2, and you're going to be amazed at what productivity can happen for you. Number 3, if you're meeting someone or you're with a client, turn your phone off. Right? What are you telling someone if you're having a meeting with them? If they're a potential customer, a referral, a client, and you're meeting with them and your phone rings and you have to answer it. What are you telling them? You're telling them they're not as important as whatever is going on your phone. If an alert comes through and you go from looking at them to looking at your phone, what are you telling them? Really think about your phone behaviors and what that's telling the people that you're working with. Number 4, develop a check-in strategy. So I'm asking you to turn off your phones. I'm asking you not to, or I'm suggesting that you turn off your phones. I'm suggesting that you don't have them on you when you're meeting with somebody. Then you need to have a check-in strategy. For example, I keep my alerts off on my phone all the time. I have my alerts off on my computer, and I check in once an hour on my emails, and I check in once a couple hours on Facebook. I do social media twice a day. I have a check-in strategy, and I reevaluate whether that's working, but I don't constantly look at this stuff. I don't let my phone dictate where my brain is going to be. And number 5 is put it to bed. So we don't need to be on 24 hours a day with our smartphones. And there's lots of evidence out there associated with quality of sleep and just allowing ourselves to de-stress before we go to sleep and wake up in the morning before we attach ourselves to a smartphone. So have my phone's going to bed time. And there's nothing that's going to pull you that important that you can't have some time where there is no smartphone. So I encourage you to take control of your smartphone. It is an amazing tool. It allows us to do so much and it creates so much flexibility in our life, but it's not an amazing tool when we are so attached to it that it's against our ear when we're talking to somebody else, that we're reaching for it when an alert comes in when we're driving our car, that we're focused on developing some marketing collateral and our brain is focused on creativity and a bing comes in from our smartphone and it pulls us away. It's not helping us then. So learn and think about what your smartphone strategy is. Take control of it. Be the boss of it. Don't let it be the boss of you. And again, there is available on my website, www.igniteyourmarket.com/take control, is a video course that really helps you look at how you're using your time and how you can take control of your time, not only your smartphone, but social media and other things. Thanks very much, and we'll talk to you in our next episode. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Ready for More podcast. You can find today's show notes and links at www.igniteyourmarket.com/readyformore. My name is Heather Cameron. I'm your podcast host. And when I'm not hosting this podcast, I'm busy working with entrepreneurial women like you who are ready for more in their business and are looking to get focused on their own unique path to success. You can find more about myself and my programs at www.igniteyourmarket.com. If you like what you heard, feel free to rate, review, and share with your friends. And don't miss an episode by subscribing. Until next time, remember, now is the best time to focus on your more and be inspired by your own unique gifts.